Alright, can you see it? Tell me this, is the stream running at 60? It looks like it is. It looks like the stream is running at 60. No, maybe not. Might be acting up a little bit. No, it's running at 60. We're good. Okay, welcome. This is The Simpson. This is Simpsons The Bart's Nightmare, as it may be listed on your computer if you were to download it, perhaps. This is a video game I grew up with. We had a rule in my household. If you were to get a new video game, you had to beat the last game you got. This was the game I got. I could not beat it. The rule was finally broken because there was no way to beat this game as a small child. But I will show all of you you can beat this game. It is possible. You just have to believe in yourself and be maybe the biggest Simpsons fan ever, which I am. I know all about those crazy Springfieldans. I know all about them. There's Homer, there's Bart, there's Maggie, Marge, Patty, Selma. I think I'm forgetting one of them. Abraham. I think that's the entire Simpsons family. Patty and Selma sadly are not in this game. You cannot play as them. There was a planned co-op mode where you could play as the two of them, but they did scrap it. They also planned that you could play as Santa's little helper after you beat the game 3 times. It was removed, sadly. It didn't make too much sense anyways why you'd be playing this game as a dog. I don't think dogs have the same nightmares as little boys who didn't do their homework. But yeah, this is the story. See, Bart fell asleep because he didn't do his homework, so he naturally jumps out the window to get his homework, and then he dies. Then runs past the Acclaim logo that is also part of his nightmare, as well as the logo. And this title screen. And his green shirt. You don't see green shirt Bart too often. It's a rare thing, but don't worry, we're back to red shirt Bart. We can't make up our mind on what Bart this is. Nightmare Bart has a green shirt. Product line Bart has a blue t-shirt. These are the rules of Bart's t-shirt. They give him his identity, but now he's out the window, his Mode 7 window. He's running away from Acclaim, and we're going to start the game. Now, this game is very straightforward. It's very easy to pick up and play. Now, as you notice, there's a Z down there, so let me blow my bubble to get the Z, which goes into my meter at the top of the screen, which is my health meter. And I can control the bubble by holding the Y button down, so I can steer it. You don't want to touch the red Zs, because if you touch the red Zs, then it pops your bubble. And as you can see, it follows your bubble too. Uh-oh, old lady! Don't worry, you can kill her. She's dead. That's her brain that came out. You can jump over the mail. Oh, look at that! The page already showed up. We're not going to get it yet because we want to get some health. We want to ensure that we finish this game. Like the little boy me could not really do. As you can see, the game is very cruel and decides to spawn a lot of garbage just to mess with you. It also really wants me to get that page, but I do want to get some stuff first. This is the Overworld. You need to collect stuff during the Overworld because when you're not playing the levels in this game, this is where you are. And if you run out of health in the Overworld, it's game over. I just got run over by a bus. Bart dreams about that every night. Look how chaotic this is, everybody. Now, if you jump over Jebediah Springfield's head, it makes it disappear, just like the famous episode when Bart jumped over its head and made it disappear off the statue. Oh boy, I'm gonna lose that bubble. We're just about out of gum. You can get more gum by jumping over the mailbox. Unfortunately, we're kind of out of luck here. Wow, they're really spawning a lot of red Zs right now, aren't they? But we have a lot of health. Those yellow Zs at the top, that's our health. We got a lot. We're doing alright. Let's get this skateboard. The skateboard gives you more health, as long as you don't touch a crack on the ground, which you won't know until Bart skids and slices his face open. You do get additional health the longer you can hold it. I don't think I got very much. In fact, I think I lost it because I crashed into something. That's Blinky over there. Remember him? He's the three-eyed fish. If you get 3 of him, you get a 1-up, essentially. Not really, you get a pillow. 3 pillows gives you a new health meter if you're about to run out of health. Like I said, it's all very straightforward. If you watch the show, you'd probably understand this, you Neanderthal. I bet you've never even watched The Simpsons before. Well, that was my bad. That is what Otto usually does in the show, is that he runs Bart over and kills him to death. We have to avoid that. You don't want to kill Bart. It's tempting. Oh, that's called bad luck. What a nightmare. Am I right, folks? Okay, let's jump into this page and not get run over. By the way, we're gonna get run over. I'm calling it. He's coming. Oh, and now we're running backwards. Don't worry, we'll get this page. You can do it, Bart. Alright, first level. This one. The best level. Let me explain the controls to this level. You don't actually control your movement, really. Right on the D-pad shoots this fireball to the right. The X button shoots the laser forward. The A button does that. Down on the D-pad shoots the fire downwards. You know, it's all very straightforward. It's very simple controls that any human being would understand. I thought, you know, maybe the first time I played this as a dumb child, because I was a stupid idiot, I assumed that maybe the D-pad would make you move. No, it doesn't. That would be silly. And also remember that fire and lasers are different. Planes and tanks, they take different things. For example, those helicopters, I gotta burn them. You can't laser them. Don't be a fool, Bart. I know you're a dumb dinosaur now, but don't be a fool. You gotta burn those helicopters and laser those tanks. You can shoot things in the background, but what's the point? The answer is there isn't one. Don't do it. Don't waste your time. There is a health meter on this stage. You can't see it, which adds to the challenge and the fun and the thrill of being Bart Simpson. We're probably going to die. Yeah, this one's not going so well. Probably going to die. But we'll see. It's just kind of a... If you want to really know how to play this one, B button over and over again, only press the Y button when those show up. Oh, and we beat it! There you go, level done. Congratulations, green Bart hand. You got your piece of paper with a 1 on it. His homework was to write the number 1, because he is number 1, and now we have to climb this building. It's sort of like Rampage, but without the gameplay. So these people drop stuff on you. And don't worry, it's just randomized altogether. Marge shows up sometimes. Now see, the sides of the building, you can climb to the sides, but look how slow this is. It's about how long it takes for you to scurry over to the left or right. You're not going to really be able to get out of the way of Marge when she shows up. I mean, you could try, but there's a catch too. Climbing on the side of the building lets you avoid Marge, but a UFO will show up and also kill you for climbing onto the side of the building, so it's actually not worth doing, and I'm getting very bad luck. This stage is kind of a crapshoot if you're going to get it or not, and I'm actually kind of thankful this is one of the first ones we're doing, because this is one of the worst ones in the game. The difficulty does scale up on these stages depending on how far into the game you are. So, ooh, combo. If I came to this stage a lot later, it'd be a lot worse. It'd be almost unplayable. But don't worry, it's only semi-unplayable. Thank you, Marge. I appreciate the bump. We're almost at the top of this building, where we're going to kill our father in our own dreams. He is up there, Homer. This is a very common dream of Bart's. This isn't a nightmare, this is a dream, this is a fantasy, this is a power fantasy. That he is Godzilla and he gets to electrocute his father. Did I mention he can electrocute his father? That's what you do here. You probably didn't assume it. You probably thought, you know, something else. But no, you electrocute Homer, and then he turns into himself. Then he dies, and you get the number 2. Very good, Bart. And that's 2 pages collected already, guys. We're doing pretty good. We might actually beat this Bart's Nightmare game. I'm lying, by the way. We're probably going to lose because this game is not about you being skillful. It's also about you having very, very insanely good luck. Which I don't have. In fact, I have the opposite of that. Hello, Printable Skinner. He gives you this uniform. What does the uniform do? Well, it makes you invincible, except to these guys, who progressively do damage to you, which you probably wouldn't assume. But it's okay, we lived. I can't see the paper because the trees, these foreground trees are a really good idea. You can't see anything that gets behind them. Also, the paper just de-rendered because it went off screen because it changed direction. But don't worry, we'll find another. Jump over those mailboxes, Bart. Oh no, Jebediah! I must shrink his head into the nether world. There is Lisa's saxophone. It makes you walk backwards if it ends up hitting you with a music note. Lisa turns you into a frog if you stand underneath her too long. She did that in Season 2 at one point. It didn't really come up again in the show, but it is a thing she can do. Be wary of her. She is dangerous. She's also really getting in the way right now. Oh, unfortunate. It spawned a thing off screen I couldn't see. You can pan the camera, but it's very slow. You can escape her animation. And look, we got more bubblegum, so let's take advantage of that. Let's also get this invincibility really quick. And hopefully we will find... Oh! Got it. The page! Was that a page? No. I can't really tell. There's so much garbage on screen. Help me. Jebediah, go away. Oh, Jebediah. Oh, no. Oh, Bart. At least he's looking stylish as he's clobbered by everything that's ever happened in his life. Now, you might be saying this looks a little monotonous. More than a little. But don't worry, it's almost over with. We'll get the skateboard. And then we'll wipe out immediately because there's a crack right there and I'm still invincible. Page! Page! Who cares? Page! Give me the page! Page, page, page. Okay, next one. This one. This one's one of the easier stages, but you can also still get screwed over by it pretty badly. These guys. These turds. These guys throw grenades at you. They hit you, you're dead. Otherwise, nothing can kill you in this stage. See that? That grenade? That will kill you dead. Don't let him throw a grenade at you. You can't move fast enough to really avoid it either. You just have to hope he doesn't throw one at you. Now, the last time I played this game, I got very bad luck because I came to this stage last because I remembered this is the easiest stage. Scaling difficulty. This is not the easiest stage if you come to it last. Don't come to this stage last because you're going to die over and over again because they will keep throwing grenades. Come to this stage early on because it's one of the easiest. There is my hint for Bart's Nightmare, the video game I know you all really want to play. I also made a horrible mistake by not grabbing this. I almost died there, but we're okay. Almost not okay, but now we're okay. You have to collect these fools. Remember him? He's the mascot of the power plant. He was in one episode. I think they were confident that he was going to keep coming back. I almost got killed. And we did it. That's it, guys. That was the stage. That's the classic Bart Simpson jingle. He sang that a lot in the show, if you remember. He would sing that when he wakes up in the morning and he heads to school. Mrs. Krabappel would have to tell him to stop singing that jingle of his. Okay, so we're doing all right. Oh! And then everything hit us all at once. Boy, it would be a shame if we died in the overworld, wouldn't it? Oh, I do want that fish. But unfortunately, I'm walking backwards, so I can't get him. Oh, and now I'm walking forwards. And now I'm a frog, but at least I got some health, right? Well, I lost it immediately because I'm a frog. This is what happens when Bart Simpson is a frog. This is Bart's life now. From this point forward. Thank you. Yes, if she kisses you, you're okay. Thank you. She's very helpful. Except not really. Also, that it just spawned behind me, so that was a waste of time. Don't worry, we'll take this bubble with us. Like I said, hold the Y button down if you want to steer it. I looked at the controller, and I probably was going to get killed for doing that. I did that just for you guys. Let's jump this fish. Okay, everything's sped up randomly. That's pretty normal. That just happens. I don't know if you've ever had a dream like that before, where everything in reality just speeds up abruptly and runs you over. Bart has that dream a lot. He also sometimes levitates in the air and gets knocked on the ground at the same time. It's a very common dream of Bart's. Okay. By the way, did I mention that jumping over stuff is not very reliable in this game? I don't know if I mentioned that. It doesn't work too good, if that's not clear. We might actually die, and we might get a game over in the Overworld. That's actually the easiest way to get a game over, is just in the Overworld, because it keeps spawning crap that you usually can't see coming. I'm okay to take this hit, because I can get another one. Thank you, yes. Skinner, help me. Skinny boy, help me. Thank you, bus. The bus is sort of on a timer, but it's completely random what side of the street it wants to feel like spawning on, but usually it's the side that you're on, and usually it shows up when it's not convenient at all. Also, doing that sometimes will make the paper spawn. Sometimes. Sometimes it won't. Here's the worst stage in the game. We're gonna do it pretty early on because I don't want to deal with it later on. So this stage is awful. If you all watched Gaming in the Clinton years, his famous quote was, "Has anybody ever beaten this stage?" The answer is yes, I have, because I'm a fool, and I grew up with this game. It's a puzzle. You gotta make these tiles go up. And if they're too low, those little fires appear, except they're not a very clear indication, considering this is an isometric perspective. There are certain points where you absolutely have to do this, that you have to start jumping on them to raise them up. Otherwise you can get stuck. But we overcame it. Also, you're gonna see me do that a bunch. Pan the camera. Don't deal with these dumb Maggie heads because they stink. They can kill you if they shoot their pacifier at you, but if you pan the camera, like that, silly programmers, they didn't set them up right. So if you pan the camera ahead, you can't get killed by it. Those eggs, by the way, they are 1-ups on this stage. Get them if you can. Don't get them if you can't, because you will die, because a bird will lift you and kill you. Bart has that dream all the time, that these vultures keep lifting him away. Don't let Bart die to vultures, but it's okay, we did it. I am Bart Simpson. I am the master of this game. That is page number 4. You thought it was over? I hate to break it to you. They thought this stage was so nice you should do it twice. I also hate to break it to you. One of these parts absolutely requires you to backtrack and start making tiles lift. I also did not know that one was too low, because it is very hard to tell. We at least have a 1-up, but we might get stuck here. We will see. I don't remember the pattern for this part. I also don't know if this one's too low. I took a risk there. If you want to whip these guys, it's based on what face button you hit. Pretend the face buttons on the Super Nintendo are the direction you're whipping. That's how it works. Kind of awkward, but you'll get used to it. And by that I mean you have to get used to it. You probably won't get used to it, but you better get used to it, or Maggie will kill you dead. Don't let her do that. This twisted sister of yours. Bart often dreams of her, and being slain by her. They're all very fearful of the day that she grows up, because she's going to murder them on the spot. We might be at that moment. By the way, he killed me. Yes, he can do that. He can pitchfork you and make you jump in a direction. I'm dead. We're going to have to do that one again, which stinks. You lose a point of health for losing the stage. So hopefully I can find another fish. Nope, just an old lady. She kissed me backwards. That's some pro strategy there. That's what they do in the competitive circuit. Backwards kissing. You, whoop! That was bad luck. Let's see if we can get the skateboard. Probably not, because jumping in this game is really hard. I'm gonna hit this crack immediately. No! Good luck. That was good luck. Okay, I'll take it. We got some health. Now we're invincible. Let's see if we can find another page. Hey, Skinner. Can you speed up randomly? You're staying on screen too long. Can you just speed up and run away really fast? Yeah, there he goes. Let's walk backwards now. Okay. Oh, and I don't have a soda can. Unfortunately, when you don't have a soda can, you can't kill these guys, and you take a free point of damage. Usually. I might have gotten lucky there. By the way, if it seems like there's a lot of arbitrary rules you have to learn, I don't know what you're talking about. This is my first time playing. This all comes very naturally. I think you could instinctively pick up on a lot of this. Maybe you're just not good at video games, what can I say? Maybe you just don't know enough about The Simpsons. Like I said, if you're a fan of the show, this should all be really straightforward. They do this stuff in Season 1. Jumping Blinky, that happened, remember? That was the episode. They serve him to Mr. Burns, and then Bart jumps over him, and he gets a pillow, and then he falls asleep at the dinner table. I'm gonna get hit by that. He's speeding up too much. I don't think I'm gonna catch him. If something stays on screen too long, it eventually just picks up speed until you can't catch up with it anymore, which I think is about to happen to him. I'd really like to jump over him, but I don't think I can reach him in time. Let's see. Nope, he's speeding up. We don't get him. Well, drat. That stinks. Let's go up here and get hit by a bus. We almost did. Hi, Jebediah. By the way, if you like intrusive foreground elements, Bart's Nightmares got you covered. That is Bart's most common nightmare, is foreground elements getting in the way of his life, or getting kissed by old ladies while trying to skateboard. That's the worst time to be kissed by an old lady, is while you're skateboarding. Well, that didn't work. And we're probably gonna get hit by this. Yep. That was good that I predicted that. Now you might be asking yourself, where's the next page? I don't know. It takes a long time usually. But hey, we got a 1-up, so we're good for a while. I hope. Oh, there it is. There it goes. Don't worry, we need health. I'm fine for this. I'd much rather get health on the page right now. Okay, well. We got a lot of health, though. Oh, too bad about these guys. They're gonna ruin our day. Just kidding, we got around them. When the TV shows up, you can actually make the page spawn immediately by shooting it with a watermelon seed. Did I tell you there's watermelon seeds? By the way, there's watermelon seeds. When do you use them? The TV. That's it. That's its exclusive purpose, the TVs. That's obvious too, that was a Season 1 episode. That was when Homer steals the cable, and then Bart shoots a watermelon seed at the TV and destroys it, because he doesn't want his father stealing cable, because it's immoral. So Apu's here to give you some health. If you have full health though, you get a point bonus. This is actually probably one of the more lenient stages. This one's playable. Bart's Nightmare, half the stages are not very playable, and they're really awkward, and you probably have to read a guide on them. This is one of those stages where you don't need to do that. You can just play it. It's a normal level. One of these usually drops a 1-up later on, I think. Here comes Nelson. He is known for his hang glider. Remember when he used his hang glider to get over the gorge? Here's Sherry and Terry and their terror balloon. This is also a callback to Season 1, when they hovered over the school in a hot air balloon and traumatized Bart, which is why he's having a nightmare about it. Thankfully, he is Bartman in his dreams. By the way, this isn't much of a nightmare. If this was a nightmare, this would be regular Bart having everybody murder him to death. I don't think he would turn into Bartman in a nightmare. I think he would be helpless to this. Although, he's a little bit helpless right now because we got positioned very poorly. It's okay, they're dead. They're fucking dead. They're never going to be in episodes again, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. Bart will have a new friend every week, and you're not going to see the other school kids anymore, okay? You're gonna have to just deal with it. Maybe he'll meet Tony Hawk in episode 300 and go, whoa, pro skater Tony Hawk. Or maybe he raps with 50 Cent. I don't know. These are just my suggestions for episodes. I don't think they made those. Now, Bart was also very heavily traumatized by Barney, which is why he's, you know, gone into his consciousness like this. That horrible belching man. It's about time he was put in his place by the Bart man. Oh, missed the health pickup. It's okay. They give you more of them. Like I said, this is one of the more lenient levels, although we're getting to the part that could determine everything. Which is, like I said, it's coming up. It's after this part, I think. By the way, if it sounds like I've memorized this game and I played it a lot because I grew up with it, yes. Yes, I did. You are not going to play this game blindly. I know I've been joking during the stream that you could play this game blindly. You are not playing this game blindly. I am so sorry. All you Bart enthusiasts who really wanted to play this game, I hate to break it to you, you're not going to play this game blind and actually get through it. By the way, these almost completely destroy you if they hit you. You can kill them, but you're probably not going to because of the time that they shoot. Thankfully, if you destroy all of them, he leaves, so that works. We're fine. We might even get some health right here. Yep. We're good. Not really. Not a lot of health. We got some. There's more. Now in this game it's soda bottles, and virtual Bart. Bart is apparently a fan of corn dogs. They decided that corn dogs are Bart's favorite food for some reason, and that every health pickup should be a corn dog. That doesn't apply to this game though. Bart didn't figure out that he really enjoyed corn dogs quite yet. I don't know, maybe it was like Acclaim figuring, hey, Sonic's got chili dogs, let's give Bart corn dogs. He needs an iconic food that he eats. But he does, he has Butterfingers. Missed opportunity, Acclaim. Missed opportunity. I died, but that's okay, we have a bunch of lives, so it's not that big of a deal. Although it can spawn you inside these clouds, which is a little bit annoying. By the way, did I mention these clouds? Yeah, they hurt you if you fly into them. This right here, I need to fly at a very specific angle to get through them like that. It's kind of awkward, and by kind of awkward, I mean very awkward, but don't worry. I know a thing or two about the Bart Man. I read a comic or two when I was a little child. Oh! By the way, getting hit by stuff off screen is very common for Bart's nightmare. Like I said, that's his most common dream that he has. That's the worst dream that Bart will ever have, is foreground elements and things from off-screen hitting him. The concept of off-screen, by the way, is the thing for Bart. He does dream about that. He dreams about there being boundaries to his vision and things coming from off-screen. It's a very common fear of his. So he's gonna be blindsided by the school bus one day. By a Smithers. We didn't get very good luck with either of those Smithers encounters, but that's alright. Here's a Pooh. Who needs the Quickie Mart? We're almost at the end of the level. In fact, I think we are pretty much at the end of the level. There's one more boss fight, from what I recall. Oop. That was really bad because I needed that health, but I think we can still get it. Like I said, this is one of the most lenient stages. This one does just play like a video game. The only thing you really need to know is that Smithers can kill you dead very easily. Yep, we're at the end. So this is the final encounter. It's Mr. Snrub. Typical. He will do that to you probably when he shows up, and then it's just a matter of you getting out of the way every other time that he appears. You have to time it right. And it's also a very slow, deliberate, tedious process. Also, he bobs up and down, so you might get hit still. You can't exactly tell too well what his pattern is, but you can memorize it. You can get it down. If you're scared, just go to the bottom of the screen. I'm not quite scared because I do have some lives. Poor Skeleton Bart. with his bone hair. Oh, he hit me from off screen. Don't worry, we have another little smiling Bart face. We're good for the time being. By the way, the HUD right now, this is a part of Bart's nightmare. He is dreaming about this. He has a bunch of little Bart faces in his dream at the moment, and a score indicator, as well as a boss meter, which is a square, which is a really weird idea for a health meter, but whatever. We did it. That's page number 5. Bart's skin is a little bit darker there. Maybe a poo picked up the piece of paper and not Bart. And we did it. Now let's not get killed to death. That would really suck. Let's get this. Oh, hey, hey, hey. There's another one. Oh, Bart, you're looking good. You're in good shape, Bart. Give me that. Give me that, you fool. I want invincibility! I'm gonna walk backwards into you, thank you. Alright. Now let's find that next page, guys. We're actually doing pretty good. We might be able to take on and defeat Bart's nightmare. This seems like a pretty decent playthrough so far. Some things went wrong. I would have liked to have been the temple stage. Okay, that's a lot of Jebediah heads. I don't think we're gonna be able to take those on. Because you do move slower when you're wearing this, and jumping is already really finicky in this game. Also, if you want to get rid of the invincibility, you jump in that mud. But, you know, do you want to get rid of the invincibility? I mean, it's invincibility. You're seeing how much garbage spawns during this overworld. Do you want to get rid of it? If you really want to get rid of it, I mean, you can get rid of it. I guess if you don't like living. Sometimes you just want to kill Bart Simpson, I don't know. By the way, he was really haunted by the head of Jebediah. He didn't have a lot in his consciousness. There's not a lot that he's thinking about, but that Jebediah head, oh my god. He's thinking about it like 20 times over. It's not just one Jebediah head, there's like 50 of them. It was the worst moment in his entire life, which is why you've never heard about it again, ever since that episode. Okay, he's alright. By the way, if you hit a crack, you don't lose health. If you bump into something with a skateboard, though, you do lose health, which is a lot easier to do than just hitting a crack. So if you can't keep up with the skateboard, this is really bad luck. If you can't keep up with the skateboard, then you would try to deliberately end up hitting a crack rather than just taking damage. By the way, this is very good luck. You know what? I said I was unlucky earlier. This is going alright. Oh, but it missed. Die! Her brains. Yeah, speed off. Run away, lady. Run! 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 Oh, hey, more health. Jesus, we almost have a full health meter. I don't think I've ever done that before. Guys, this is a pretty good playthrough so far. We might do it. We might beat the Bart's nightmare. This game isn't so bad. But geez, I don't think this playthrough is entertaining enough. I need to pepper in some fucks. Maybe I scream a bunch of times while flailing my gun around that I have, my iconic gun. Alright, well, this page is not showing up, but that's okay. You know, we essentially have a full health meter plus an extra live. Life? Live? Live is not a word, is it? Live? Yes it is. I don't know. My brain's off. I'm on autopilot. I'm Bart Simpson. Who the hell are you? We're gonna do it. We just need to find this page. Where is this page? I don't know. I don't know. By the way, remember how I said the game scales up as time goes on? This is part of the scaling process. Eventually, you just don't find the pages anymore, and it takes about 5 to 10 minutes for one of them to spawn. Does that sound excessive to you? Well, You're bad at this game. Yeah, take that. It's not flawed design. It's fun design. Oh, don't worry. We'll just get this one and make up for it. There you go. Good job, Bart. Seriously, I don't think I've ever filled this health meter before. That's pretty crazy that it's almost completely... Yeah, run away, Lisa. That's almost completely filled. This is a very, very lucky playthrough. And I'm thankful for it because I think I can show you guys the full game. Give me that. Yeah! You can't blow a bubble when you're wearing this, but if you keep one out, you can still use it. It's kind of fun. As bad as this game is, as heinous as this game can be, there are some neat ideas, and this is one of them. It's cool that you can control the bubble. Unfortunately, you probably didn't know you can control the bubble. You'd have to read the instruction manual to know that that's a feature. Just like everything else in this overworld, with how specific and convoluted it is. That page still hasn't appeared yet, but don't worry. I think in the next 10 years we'll find it. This will be the longest nightmare. Also, I guess if you scare one Lisa away, you scare all of the Lisas away. They're a hive mind. Sometimes the mailboxes will make an arrow appear that at least indicates where the next page is. Oh, or I could just do this. Page? No, no page. That sucks. Thing with the arrow is, there it is. Oh, okay, I didn't need the arrow. There's the page. How convenient. No, you're not running me over today. Yeah, let's do this level again, because we do need to finish this one, and it is hard. I'm probably gonna lose this one, because like I said, I don't remember the layout too well. But it's the hardest one, you gotta do it. In fact, I think we already blew it. No, we might get it. I'm sorry how long this took, but that is Bart's Nightmare for you. Be ready to waste your time. That's the motto of this game. By the way, don't stand on these for too long. Did I mention that? These will kill you if you stand on them for too... Oh, free death. That was neat. Don't stand on these for too long because they will kill you. Also, I know I whipped him and it just went through him. That is just a thing in this game. Like I said, come to expect that. This is Bart's Nightmare. There's a little active hitbox that's only there when the little whip crack is going. I know not to expect better, though. Maybe other people with feeble brains would say that's a problem with the game. I would say that's a good thing. Because I am stupid, and this is my only video game as a small child. I still got hit by it, even though I panned the camera. We're gonna have to do that level again, guys. Don't worry, it'll just take another, 20 minutes to find the page. It's not that big of a deal. By the way, let's lose some health for free. How does that sound to you guys? Wanna lose some health? There we go. Don't worry, we'll find another page. It'll take like an hour, but we'll find another one. Look how much health we got. There's no way we're gonna lose. I'm saying that because I know by the end of the game we're probably going to lose. I know that looks like a big, vote of confidence up there. Look at that giant health meter. Look at all of those hits we can take. I hate to break it to you, with how much this game scales up by the end, it is not, it is not enough even. You could still end up getting a game over. Okay, go this way, because that's where the egg is. Oh boy. Those fires are really misleading. I thought it was on the one I was already jumping on. Shoot your thing. Shoot your thing, lady. There you go. Do it. I dare you. But yes, this is the absolute worst minigame that's in Bart's Nightmare. You are going to hate this one, and there is no real advice I can give you outside of this level, the second part. does have a forced sequence where you have to jump around a bit, and you're just gonna have to guess as to what to do. In fact, I might have even just cornered myself right now. Yes, I did, because this guy showed up, and I jumped off the side because it buffers your input. We'll do it. Yeah, those green ones, they attack you a lot faster than the blue ones do. And they seem to conveniently spawn where you don't want them to spawn. So yeah, be ready for that. The nice news about these guys, they only happen to spawn off to the side. But they're still really annoying. Ooh, are we stuck? I don't think so. Could be if he hits me. Alright. That green one is going to come back, and he's going to really suck when he comes back. We're doing alright so far. Alright. We're almost through this. That was very good luck that I just did that. Please go away. I can't tell how low these are. That was a very good guess. By the way, is that the end of the stage? Yeah, it is. Oh boy, you did it, Bart. Everything fell into the gradient. You're the winner. Can you believe it, guys? There's only one level left. I know there's 2 pages, but that's actually just one level. There's one level left. And then we're done with Bart's Nightmare. If you ever wanted to see this game finished, you're seeing it. Are you interested in playing this game? Don't be. Please don't be. I'm begging you, don't play this. Don't actually play this. There's fun ideas in here, don't get me wrong. Some of this Overworld stuff is backwards as it is, as arbitrary as it is. It's a little bit fun, some of it. But it controls like doo-doo. You're not gonna have a good time. By the way, look at that. Basketball and Jebediah. Oh, I thought that was a page for a second. I couldn't tell, because I went behind a tree. Kiss me, lady, kiss me. Yes! Oh! And yes, sometimes the Jebediah heads will spawn in a way that you just cannot feasibly jump them. They will be mobbed up, so you can't do anything about it. That was cool. It spawned off screen. Oh well. Let's just get the... Okay, I couldn't get it in time. Oh, I don't have any bubblegum anyways, that's fine. I needed the invincibility. But yeah, we only have one level left. Unfortunately, a couple of the levels in this game, if it's a 2-part stage, they kick you out, even when you beat one of them. And the next level does that to you, so there are 2 pages that we're going to have to collect in the Overworld. Still a chance for a game over. We could still end up losing everything. It's very highly unlikely right now, but at the same time, like I mentioned, things scale up and we're at that point. This page is probably not going to appear for a good 5 minutes, so saddle up. If you're getting bored of seeing this screen, I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to deal with it for a while. We'll hopefully see that page soon. Hopefully. Pray for a miracle. Pray. Everybody raise your hands to the sky. Channel your energy. Give it to Bart. He needs it because of this nightmare that he's trapped within. Get out of here. Whoops. Oh boy. I almost got hit by Lisa too. We don't have any bubble gum. I was not able to get that mailbox in time. If the mailbox travels over the sidewalk, you're not able to really jump it anymore. I'm not sure if you're able to jump it in the middle of the road. I'm pretty sure you're not, from what I remember, because of how finicky jumping over stuff is. You might be able to, but it's probably really tight. Also, we're gonna get hurt for free right here, so brace yourself. Yes, even if you're invincible, from what I remember, these guys do hurt you as long as you're walking with them. If we had a soda can, potentially we could make them spawn the page, but it is random at the end of the game here. It's guaranteed earlier on that if you kill them, you do end up getting the page, not later on. If the TV spawns and you shoot it with a watermelon seed, you do have a good chance of getting the page. But even at this point, it's not guaranteed either. Which is weird because the TV has no purpose outside of that. There's no point of shooting the TV outside of getting the page from the TV. Oh, there's some bubble gum. That's good. How much sense does Bart's Nightmare make to all of you guys now? Do you guys know how to play it? You guys feel like you could handle it? Feel like you could take it on? That's my challenge to all of you tonight. Sit down legitimately and play your copy of Bart's Nightmare that you all have. Let's see some high scores. Oh, I hit a crack. But it's okay, that life meter got even bigger. Oh. I'll take it. Invincibility is invincibility. So you gotta do arbitrary stuff to get the pages to spawn. Yes. Yes, you do. You either wander aimlessly and the game will randomly spawn it. If you jump a mailbox and it spawns an arrow, which is random, it'll point in a direction which, if you follow that direction, it's more likely to spawn the page. It still takes a long time by the end of the game, but that is the direction you would need to then go for the page to appear. There isn't necessarily a right way from what I've seen. It just kind of appears when it feels like appearing. By the way, look at all those mailboxes that spawned. Yeah, their spawns are based on your speed, by the way. So if you're slowed down like that, they just spawn in a big mob that you can't actually jump over. You have to take your time with them. Do it, Lisa, I dare you. I forget you. It's the radio edit. Thank you, I'll take more invincibility. God bless Seymour Skinner. He is a friend to Bart. You thought they were enemies, but they're not. These guys are enemies, though. Help. Help. Alright, we're going down here. Don't worry, that page will surely appear in the next 10 minutes. These first 10 minutes have been pretty sour, but I bet the next 10 minutes will get us at least one page. Make that 15 minutes, maybe. It'll have to show up eventually, right? We'll eventually get that page, right? Page, hello? Oh. Page. Oh, there's the arrow. It's to the right. Free damage, that's okay. There's Principal Skinner's here to give me invincibility. Now let's go to the right, because that's going to actually guarantee the page appearing. I think some people would assume that that arrow, it's pointing you to the right direction all along. Not necessarily, because when I've played this before, it is just a matter of getting that arrow to spawn for it to even give it a chance at the page appearing. So let's go this way and hope that the page appears now that we got the arrow. Still a good chance it won't appear, like I said. Yes, it increases the odds of it appearing by going in the right direction that it points you to, but there's still a good chance it won't appear for a very long amount of time because you're at the end of the game, and naturally the game wants you to waste all of your health. Problem is, hey video game, I have a little bit too much health. You may just want to make the page appear, or you can waste my time with this again. Sure, go for it. Okay, bye guys. Page, where are you? By the way, if you de-render the page by accident, you pan the camera so it goes off screen. any little thing occurs, maybe those guys, for example, grab you just as the page spawned. I also hate to break that to you. The timer gets reset, and you're going to have to start wandering around again for the page to appear. You might get lucky, you might appear again very quickly, but usually it won't. Usually it just means, okay, yep, that was your one chance. Prepare to wander around aimlessly for another 5 minutes. We'll find it. How long has it been so far? 10 minutes, 11 minutes, 12 minutes, 13 minutes, 14 minutes, 15 minutes. It'll appear eventually. This isn't padding. This is proing. If you're a pro, you could handle this just fine. Bart's not complaining. There it is. It arbitrarily appeared. Which one? Alright, so this is the final level in the game that we're going to be doing, guys. It's kind of like a beat 'em up, except not really. Also, expect lots of one-hit kill attacks, because this level is chock full of them. This is one of the more frustrating ones, because if you don't know what you're doing, you will immediately die on this level. It starts out pretty tame. That right there kills you in one hit. I almost died to it, in fact. There are some ways to get 1-ups on the stage, but you need to know how to do it. And I forget when they even show up. I feel like they're all in part 2, from what I recall. They come and blow up. These vacuums kill you in one hit. So yeah, be wary of that. But if you want to 1-up, from what I remember, it's these light bulbs that do the trick. At least I'm invincible right now, so these guys are not going to kill me in one hit. By the way, this thing, check this out. Not a real projectile. Not a real projectile. Just spin the D-pad left and right, and wow! It keeps teleporting its position. Isn't that handy? It's almost like it was an oversight. A really dumb oversight, but I'll take it. This is my dream. If I want to dream about shooting ammunition that phases in and out of existence, I'll take it. But yeah, these guys kill you in one hit. Be careful. They're turds. Also, this light bulb can only hit you if you're in the exact position for it. And we got the 1-up out of it. They do give you a 1-up consistently when you're not at 4 lives. If you're at 4 lives, it won't spawn anything for you. But yeah, if you're dying at this part, take advantage of those light bulbs. You'll need them. Also, you can lose this weapon right here if you take a hit. Which I just did, and I lost a life for free. But it's okay, here's Bart's gun. By the way, if you're looking at it, that is just a hand cannon. Something tells me originally there wasn't a plunger in this gun. Something tells me it was just a gun. And then they shoved a plunger into it before the game came out. Somebody please modify this game to remove the plunger. I just want Bart with a gun. A giant gun. But yeah, I have to wait for these guys to settle down so I can actually kill them without dying for free. Oh! That's what I was worried about. I didn't remember what weapon he spawns with. That is one of the ones that will kill you in one hit. By the way, use this platform. They can't hit you if you're up there. Take advantage of it. This part sucks, because here's a slippery floor, here's a free hit to remove the weapon that you already had, and there's a cheap death. Welcome to Bart's Nightmare. By the way, you lose your weapon when you die here, so prepare to run all the way back, get hurt for free, and lose a life potentially because of it. Ooh, another one-hit kill. We're gonna lose, guys, unfortunately. I'm not saying that as a joke. We actually did just lose. Things are not looking so good. By the way, that knife, one-hit kill. Probably doesn't seem like it, but for whatever reason, it electrocutes you? I don't know why. Maybe they had some kind of violent death for Bart that they took out, and they just decided the giant knife electrocutes you. I don't know. If we run to the left side of the screen, there's a sink that can trap you in a bubble. We're not going to do that because that's a waste of time, and I'd rather not lose my final life here. But this is the final area in this stage. If we don't get hit again, we've won it, and we're done here. And there's the page. That's it. Wow, we did it! That's page number 7, guys. Bart's hand was darker there because he got burned to death like 20 different times. So there's one page left. But you saw it's the same level again. Like I said, 2 of the levels in this game will arbitrarily... Is it 2 of the levels? I'm trying to think now. Or is that the only one that does it? No, Itchy and Scratchy I think is the one level that does it, isn't it? Itchy and Scratchy kicks you out when you beat the first part. I think all the other ones that are 2 parts don't do that. Itchy and Scratchy is the only one that decides, yeah, you know what, we're gonna throw you out and waste your time that you have to go back to the overworld. So we're gonna have to find another page. Also, we just lost some health from those guys. They're actually gonna be our worst enemy right now because they will spawn. If you're invincible, they are faster than you. And if you don't have a soda can, you have to deal with them. All you can hope for is that you're positioned at the bottom of the screen so you can kill them for free, because for whatever reason, Jimbo and his friends really love the bottom of the screen. Sure, I'll take more. Okay, it's this way. Well, guys, whoop, thank you, Otto. We at least, thank you, know where it is. Oh, cool. No, this is cool. I do like this. By the way, our giant filled health meter just went down by a good chunk from all of that, if you noticed. This is the point in the game where things don't make no sense no more. But it's okay, the page showed up. We got very lucky. Oh god, I don't know which one. Oh! Welcome to part 2 of this level. Do you want to get a one-hit kill as soon as you spawn? Don't worry, we got it for you, my friend. Oh, I forgot what button shoots it. So that's a death. Not a good start. Don't worry, we do have a chance for 1-up at this part. But it requires some awkward platforming in a very slippery beat-em-up environment that doesn't really work. Alright, right here. 1-up. Unfortunately, I think you need to do it with a gun from what I remember, so we're gonna have to do that again. Also, yeah, if you move down, it moves you diagonally. It doesn't actually just move you down. So that's awkward too. Whoops. Try that again. Whoop. Oh, Bart. Silly, clumsy Bart. Alright, somewhere around here. Right. Nudge our way out. There we go. Oh, we gotta go get the gun again. Fun, fun, fun. Funny gunny. There we go. Get hit. I don't care. Jump on the piano. We're good. That's all we needed. Get out of here. Yes, you can hit these, by the way. Are you likely to hit them? No, but you can hit them and get points out of them. By the way, this is going to be the boring part of our playthrough. If you want the good ending in this game, there is a grading system based on your score. I hate to break it to all of you. My score, I've said that a lot, haven't I? Bart's Nightmare is full of, I hate to break it to you. Yeah, our score is not even close to what we need to have it at. So what the heck are we gonna do? Oh no, we're at the end of the game, it's all over. No, don't worry. This level is perfect, actually, for grinding your score. Because it is. They seem to have made a terrible mistake with this level. By the way, here's the bubbles I was talking about. Don't touch them because this is what happens. Bart freaks the fuck out. He has an intense fear of bubbles. You can't kill them, but I don't know if you can actually do it with the hammer. The gun, I know, kills it. But anyways, whatever. Oop. There we go. Yeah, you can do it with the hammer. It's just very awkward to line it up. I know I swung at it before and it didn't count. It's because the hammer has a really specific hitbox. But you gotta get it in front of Bart in just the right way. Get out of here, you. There we go. Now this is survival horror. This inspired Resident Evil, I heard. The very first of its kind. Child must survive friendly TV cartoon, for he is human. Well. Oh boy. Yeah, there's nothing over here. Felt like checking. I didn't remember. Look at all this chaos. Look at this... this tortured Bart. Now, I could get some 1-ups potentially, but I don't think we're going to be doing that because of how chaotic this area is. It's probably better to just hold off over here. Try to murder these guys. That was very close, by the way. Alright guys, welcome. Welcome to the final area of the video game. I'm not kidding, this is actually the final area. We're at the end. That was very close. Think of that like parrying in Street Fighter. It was very technical, Bart. It was a good tech bonus you got. Oh! 1-hit kill. We only have 2 lives. Don't screw up again, Bart. Are they done spawning? I believe so. Okay. And now we're at the final showdown. Hi, this is the final boss. Take a look at this final boss. It's a furnace. It shoots little dancing men at you. So remember how I said our score is not high enough? Well, there you go, there's your secret. Just do this. That's it. There you go. There's your secret. Do you want points in Bart's Nightmare? Here's how you do it. Wow. Bart Simpson, you maniac. You are the best Bart Simpson I've ever seen. So how are you guys doing in the chat? Because I don't need to watch the game anymore. I'm gonna be doing this for a while. Why are furnaces monsters in so many kid-based entertainment? Are they? Furnace monsters? Are they common? Maybe it's just a fear for kids, I don't know. I can think of like a couple, I guess. There's that boss in Banjo-Tooie. The colors are hurting my eyes. I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to... You're gonna have to appreciate these visuals, I'm sorry. They're gonna be here for a while. The only level of this I was ever able to beat as a kid was the Bartman one. Octopimp, that's because the Bartman one is probably the most playable one. That and the Bloodstream one. All of these other ones are really insanely frustrating, and you just have to memorize them and know everything about this game inside and out to be able to do them, which is why we're doing this right now. This is what we're doing. This is how you get the A+ ending in Bart's Nightmare. But you guys are gonna see it. It's funny, I played this with Julian a week back, and I died at the very end of the game. I was 1 page away, and I died at the very end of the game and lost everything. But this was actually a pretty solid playthrough. We didn't have any difficulties, did we? we kind of shot right through it without really trying. And that was what was so weird about this game was horrible to play as a kid. It was almost impossible to play through, and the fun thing about Game Genie was, if you're putting codes into a Game Genie, because we did get a Game Genie when I was a kid, specifically for this game. Game Genie, you're limited to how many codes you put in, and gee, there's a lot of mini-games in Bart's Nightmare. There's an Overworld segment of Bart's Nightmare. What if you're just not good enough to play these games no matter what you do? What are you gonna do then? Because you can only put in so many codes. What mini-games are you gonna give yourself infinite lives in? Which mini-games are you gonna give yourself infinite health? You have to make careful choices as to what codes you're gonna put in if you're gonna try to cheat this game. And that was why even with Game Genie, it was still virtually impossible to finish this game as a little 5-year-old. But don't worry, we've done it. And yes, Octopimp, the Indiana Jones one, is the worst. It is without a doubt the absolute worst level in this game. It is terrible. I did say it earlier, you will get used to it. If you play this game enough, you will get used to it. But you're not going to get used to it because it actually plays well or anything. You're going to get used to it because you'll realize you don't really need to pay attention to it very much. You should just throw yourself at it blindly, pan the camera ahead, anytime one of those Maggie heads are in the background. And level 2 for the Indiana Jones one is the only one that requires you to backtrack to lift some of the tiles up. Which sucks because you can't tell where they're positioned. It's isometric. They make little fire effects if one of them's too low. But the fire effects also appear in a way that sometimes they actually aren't too low and you can still jump on them. It's weird. I don't quite get why it works the way that it does. By the way, we're still not close to the score we need. I'm sorry to say, we're not close. 160,000 is what we need to get it up to, guys. In fact, I might be wrong about that. I thought I remembered it being 160,000. Might actually be 180,000. Maybe we should do 180,000 to be safe. What do you guys think? Oh my god. Okay, Octopimp, that's the thing. I'm not sure what I would say about that. The Indiana Jones one is definitely one of the absolute worst. But the Bartzilla one is also really bad too, because the Bartzilla one is very luck dependent when you get to the second part. And the first part requires you to memorize some really arbitrary backwards controls. And then all you end up learning is don't use anything on the D-pad except for forward, and only use the A and X buttons, I think. Or is it A and B? I don't even remember. I'd have to play it again. I don't remember what the actual buttons are. That's the thing. I have to be playing it to remember what buttons you're supposed to be pressing because they're all so arbitrary. Some of them make him shoot fire. Some of them make him shoot his eye lasers. You have to eye laser the planes, right? And then you have to use the fire breath on the helicopters, and you have to eye laser the tanks on the ground. Those are the three things you have to worry about. You don't have to do anything else on that level. Yeah, you can shoot stuff in the background. Don't. You're gonna get hurt. You'll get some points for it. Well, you also get some points for this, don't you? And this is pretty safe, isn't it? I'm reading the chat while doing this. Whew. Oh, I'm working up a sweat. Oh, man. I don't know if we're gonna get this good ending, guys. You shouldn't be abusing the game like this. It's really unfair to the hard work and passion that went into making this game. I'll say it again, I like some ideas in this game, I'm not going to lie. Some of the overworld stuff is a little bit interesting. The catching the Z system, it's a little bit interesting, too bad it's conveyed horribly. Being able to steer a projectile that you have to use to collect health, that's kind of interesting. Especially because you can still move it even when you're getting hurt, or when you're not allowed to make another one appear. It's cool that you can keep it on screen with you and try to like manage it while walking around. It's like playing Zappa and Guilty Gear or something. It's really weird, but I kind of like it. But that's like one of the only compliments I guess I could really give. I feel like there are some ideas that maybe could have worked here if everything else around it worked way better and was structured way better. Bart's Nightmare maybe could have been a good game if it was given to a completely different company, and they only took a couple of these concepts and left like 98% of it on the cutting room floor. By the way, Simpsons games, not very good if you haven't noticed. The Konami beat 'em up is pretty decent. It's fun. It's got good sound design, fun visuals. It's pretty fun with 4 people. Very easy to exploit as a game, but it's fun. It's a fun beat 'em up. I do like it a lot, that Simpsons beat 'em up. It's nothing too special, but it's pretty fun. I like it. Oh boy. But then after that one, I'd have to think of what to say. Some people would say the Simpsons game that came out was alright, but I remember going back to actually play that for the first time a couple years ago. It's actually pretty awkward. It's a very awkward platformer with some strange camera angles, and it's just kind of boring. It's not bad, really, but I guess that's why people held it up pretty highly. Hidden Run's fun. Simpsons Hidden Run's alright. Is that it? There's gotta be a Simpsons game I'm not thinking of, right? What about Virtual... for a second I thought you said Virtual Bart. You said Virtual Springfield. Virtual Springfield is fun as a time waster if you went to, like, the bookstore and it was there for $5. Virtual Bart, though. Don't get me started on Virtual Bart. You're watching how much I had to do here to learn this game inside and out to be able to, like, play through it like this. How many rules you have to learn, how many things you have to adapt to just to be able to get through it. The nice thing about Bart's Nightmare is, at least if you understand how it works, you can finish it pretty consistently. Virtual Bart is a whole nother beast. Virtual Bart is such a mess that you probably are not going to finish it, even if you know it inside and out. You are going to be insanely frustrated by it because half the stages are really bad platforming stages that feel like dookie to control, and have moments too that if you make a mistake, you have to take a free death because things don't respawn for you. Really, I remember the dinosaur one, for example. There's a segment with a awkward perspective ice platforming on moving platforms that can easily slide you off of them with really wonky hit detection on top of it. And also everything kills you almost immediately. It's really bad. Also there's time limits, and also the stage select screen is not like this. This at least you can keep yourself alive. The way that you do it in Virtual Bart is that it's a roulette wheel, and once you end up finishing almost all the minigames and there's only one left, you have to get the timing absolutely right on the roulette wheel, which I think you have to press the A button like 4 icons before the one you actually want to land on. If you don't get that timing down, it's going to nudge past the one you want. Bart very slowly rotates for about 10 seconds and then lands on a space that takes your life away. So you can lose all your lives even on the dumb roulette wheel, which is really obnoxious. It is probably, I'd say 10 times harder than this one. Don't get me wrong, this one is already really hard to get through. But like I said too, if you know how this one works, you can do it. You can play through this game if you understand how it works. You saw it here on stream. Did you see how much health we had? You can get through this game if you know what you're doing, and fairly consistently at that. The reason I was able to learn all of this is because I grew up with it, like I said, though. I had to punish myself with this game. It was a very lengthy process learning all of this garbage, but I did eventually learn it. I committed a lot of it to muscle memory because I grew up with it, and like I said, I can pretty consistently get through this game. I don't really have problems playing through Bart's Nightmare. Virtual Bart, I don't think I've ever legitimately beaten on a console before. I've beaten all the games on it on console. Like, I've finished every level before on console, but I've never had a clean playthrough where I finished every single level and got to the end on a console. That game is real stinky. You might have a little bit of fun with portions of Bart's Nightmare. I cannot say that about Virtual Bart. It feels like less effort went into it too. And with how unpolished it looks, it feels like that was the game before this one rather than the game after this one. By the way, we almost have enough points. I think I do only need 160,000, but I want to be safe. I'm going to put us up to 180,000. In fact, somebody in the chat, because I can read the chat right now, how many points do you need for the A+ ending? Somebody look it up, because maybe I could just go run over and kill the boss right now. I can wait, don't worry. It took you an entire half in the bag episode to get those points. Listen, that's Bart's Nightmare, my friend. It also probably took an entire episode's length of half in the bag to find one of those pages. Apparently it's only 120. I don't think that's right. I remember needing more than that. Are you sure about that? I remember needing 160,000 because I remember getting a B+ ending before. $200,000, 125,000 is what I saw. Just do 200,000 to be safe. The thing is, if I kill the boss, I think I will have it up at 200,000. I'm gonna get it up to, let's put it at 190,000, and then we'll kill the boss. That's a little bit disappointing if people don't have a consistent like score readout on how to do it. I would assume a lot of guides online because nobody, can you believe it? Nobody takes Bart's Nightmare seriously. What the heck? How? How could you not? I feel like people maybe didn't do enough research to find out what the consistent value is. The Let's Play is 120,000. Okay. Well, we'll get up to 190,000, and then we'll go kill him. Are you using a FrameMeister? Yes, I am. I am playing this on console right now. This is a Super Nintendo controller in my hand. That's also why the stream was a little bit late. I was having difficulty setting the console up. Hopefully it's working okay. Hopefully the volume's okay. I did have to delay my audio output a bit to like match up with the game. But yeah, I would hate to get a bad ending because yeah, if you don't get A+, from what I remember, the credits don't roll. Maybe they do. Maybe I'm remembering that wrong. But come on, don't you want the best grade? Don't you want Bart Simpson to do his homework for the very first time? Remember Bart gets an F? Don't you want Bart gets an A+? And then he starts crying, but it's tears of joy? Don't you want to hear a really up-pitched sample of Bart saying Cowabunga? I'm pretty sure the sample sounds normal on the Sega Genesis version. You will hear it. It's pitch shifted in a really bizarre way for the Super Nintendo version. But alright, guys, we did it. You ready to go kill the boss? Alright, let's do it. Oh no, not the fire! Oh, 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 oh! By the way, I gotta tell you, this boss, he has an amazing death animation. It really brings the whole thing together. The effort that was poured into this boss fight. So when we defeat him, you will know. I gotta tell you, the first time I did it, I was so satisfied. I thought to myself, yeah, that was a great fight with the furnace and the little starmen that it shoots out. And yeah, you heard it by shooting the little gate there. That is the boss, technically. It's not the furnace itself, but the little gate on the furnace. By the way, this boss is a lot more fair than the enemies in the stage were. Can I mention that too? This is a really tame boss fight compared to everything else that happened. Like, you have to try to die on this fight. You have to try really hard to actually take a death here. Whoop. Boom. Yeah. The gate blew up and it vanished. Here it is, guys. The ending.
Cowabunga!
Need I say more? Cowabunga. Lisa's freaked the fuck out. It's not because he got an A+. She's actually possessed by his nightmare at the moment. There's actually a final boss fight with Shadow Lisa that you have to do. No, I lie. Here's the credits. Bart's Nightmare, trademark. That title actually isn't trademarked, just the word nightmare was trademarked for this game. There was an accident that happened. They didn't mean to just trademark that word. They actually got in a lot of trouble for it. It's kind of like how Candy Crush, they tried to copyright the phrase candy. Thank you, the Black Team. Named after the black backdrop we're looking at. Hey, Apu. Thank you for dropping your soda. I really like the frame rate dropping. It really can't handle all these assets being spawned. Apu, look out! Oh, thank goodness he defeated it with his soda bottle. Thank you, Heine. Thank you, Lance Thornblad. Mark Gainus. Heine and Gainus. Do you think these are their real names? Or do you think they adopted an alias when working on this project? I do think Joe Buffington is real. He was probably bench pressing 500 pounds while making this game. Miscellaneous Bill Williams. Thank you for the miscellaneous. Hey, Smithers. There he goes. By the way, that was it. That was the credits. Yeah, not that many names, but it's an old video game. I mean, Bebe's Kids have what, like 6, 7 people that worked. Oh my god, did you see him go by? Only had like 7 people that worked on it. But that was Bart's Nightmare, everybody. Wow, look, it's them. They're the ones that gave us all the points. It loops? Yeah, it loops. Listen, there's still more enemies to spawn. By the way, I really like the crusty balloons here that their hair has a transparency issue. Because I guess it was pulling from the palette in the level for whatever reason. So they have little black splotches on them. Oh, look out for Sherry and Terry. Well, what'd you guys think? Did I sell you on Bart's Nightmare? Do you want to play this game now? I gave you all the tips and tricks. Theoretically, you should be able to finish it. So, That's my challenge to everybody tonight. Go pick up a copy. No save states. No cheating. Naughty, naughty. No cheating. You play through this game legitimately. You have to. Oh God, you're both going crazy. You gotta experience the real deal here. Start to finish. Let's see you finish it. How long did it take us? Says the tweet was an hour ago. Hour and a half? Play Virtual Bart. I'll save that for another stream. I 100% am not going to be able to do Virtual Bart. I promise you on that one. Like I said, I can finish this game. I cannot finish Virtual Bart. I would need to practice it. FrameMeister is cheating, mister. You're right. Using an upscaler does give you an advantage because it lets you see the game on your TV. I should have had the TV off while playing it. But, thank you, Mark Gaines. Thank you, Kingsley Thurber. Thank you, everybody from the Black Team. And thank you guys for watching Bart's Nightmare. We did it. But was there any doubt? I told you guys I am a Simpsons fan after all. I know how to finish this game. In fact, if you watch the first season of The Simpsons again, there's even little tips and tricks hidden in there. Like I said earlier, in the episode with Jebediah Springfield, when he cuts the head off, you guys remember that scene, right? He puts it under his bed, and then to try to hide it because people start finding it, he jumps over it and goes, and it disappears. That's a hint for the video game. That's to let you know you can do that in the game. There's the scene in the one with the Leftorium, remember? Flanders throws his mailbox at Bart and he jumps over it and he gets a piece of bubblegum out of it. They have tips and tricks in the show. It was actually a really clever tie-in. But yeah, once again, that's my challenge to you. Let's see you guys do it. Do your playthrough. Start to finish. No save states. Can you all finish Bart's Nightmare now with all the tips and tricks you've learned here tonight? I'm gonna swing over to donations, so I'm gonna stop the stream for a sec, then restart it. I'll read some donations, and then that'll be it for the night. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Miscellaneous Bill Williams. That's actually his full name. That's not the category. His name is just Miscellaneous Bill Williams.